Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Tonight I want to talk to you about a popular question that most of you might have, and that is why you can't forget the past in regards to the relationship that you broke up with. Why is it that you can't let go of the memory of the relationship or the person that you were in a relationship with? Even though you know it wasn't working, even though you see all the problems that you guys had, but you still can't let go, especially if you were not the one who initiated the breakup. But whether you were or not, whoever initiated the breakup, you find it difficult to let go and move on to the next thing and the bigger and better things. Well, there are two things that I wanted to bring your attention to. First of all, we've talked about this topic in many of the videos that I have on the channel. We have about 3,000 videos on this channel, and you can simply go on the search engine and type in whatever topic you have, from thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, relationship, breakups, why you can't move on, and so on and so forth. Things that has to do with your inner psyche in regards to relationships and breakups, to OCD and OCD subsets, and HOCD and intrusive thoughts and repetitive thoughts, and so on and so forth. So there are many videos on this channel which you can get help from and move on with whatever it is that you have in line for you in the future, and there's things that you want to accomplish in life. Now, coming back to what we were talking about, so one reason is that we have this urge or this program that we want to win, we want to correct things, we want to fix things, we want to avoid mistakes or disasters or things from going wrong. And of course, when things are going wrong, we have no idea that it will go wrong until it's gone wrong, and then we blame ourselves. What could I have done? Well, you couldn't have done anything, because at the time one makes a decision to commit to something, an action, he or she believes that that decision is correct. If you didn't believe that the decision that you're making based on the information available to you was the only decision you could have made reasonably, being of sane mind, you wouldn't have made it. But the reason you made it because you thought this is the most logical one, given the information that you had. Now, later on, new information surfaces and you figure, well, this was a mistake. Well, it's a mistake because you now have come to new information which wasn't available to you at the time that when you made that decision. So you cannot ever blame yourself, because if you're of sane mind and you did your best, when you made a decision, you believed that that decision, based on the circumstances, what was available to you as far as information, was correct. Stop blaming yourself. But we still go on thinking that we could have done something else, because we have a nature of wanting to advance, wanting to fix things, wanting to make things right, wanting to be someone who contributes in a positive happenings or ending or continuation of something. And so you keep thinking that you should win, and if you don't do something to fix a situation, so to speak, you would be a loser, which is totally wrong. There is no winner or loser. It's just a matter of if the two are compatible on the conscious level or not, because love and relationship can have a foundation based on the content of your consciousness, and if they're not compatible, it doesn't matter how good looking you are or how attractive you are to each other, it will eventually fall apart, because there is no real content and a foundation to create a basis for what you want to build and hold it all together. But nevertheless, you won't care about that. You just think that I can fix things, because that's the nature of human beings. I can advance things. I can come up with new ways. What else I could have done? I have to solve things. I'm a problem solver. Especially if you're a man and you're accustomed to solve problems rather than just try to figure out what's the best way to handle as far as you can rather than expecting a lot more from yourself and taking responsibility that you want to solve it for other people as well. Now, whether you're a man or woman, you simply think by fixing things, then it's a win. By not being able to fix things and move on, that's a loss. So you constantly are thinking about this topic, trying to get back what is broken, while you know what's broken has a reason. And that reason was it wasn't working. So it's better move on. Then again, you can't. Why? Then we come to the second part of this answer. Have you ever bought a t-shirt or a clothing article or shoes that you loved? You really liked it, it suits you well, and you felt it's the right thing for you, and you purchased it. But did you ever hate it when it wasn't working well anymore, when it wasn't keeping its shape, when it was discolorated, when the shoe was torn apart, when the shirt wasn't in fashion anymore, or when the shirt had blemishes or fell apart or tore up or something? You couldn't hate something that was already torn apart and it wasn't working, it wasn't usable anymore. You couldn't dislike it. Why? It's not working anymore. Why do you have problems to throw it out? Because regardless of if it's usable or not, regardless if it's torn apart or not, at one time you loved it, and that love and that choice that you made was yours, your choice, your decision. And we as selfish individuals, we all have certain selfishness in ourselves, we can't live with the fact that my choice, whatever it was, could have been wrong selection. Now that it's proven that the relationship is broken up, we can't accept the fact that what it was my choice, my decision, was a wrong decision. How can I be wrong? I'm a good person, I think it through, and I loved it, and it was my choice, and I have ego, and I am selfish. I cannot believe that I could make a mistake. So I have to defend and stand by my choice. And I took so long to prove to the world that this is the best thing for me, this is the best partner for me. Now I gotta live up to the fact that no, it wasn't. It was a mistake. You can't accept that because it was your choice. And nobody wants to say my choice was a bad choice. I selected wrong. I made a mistake. In order not to say that, you constantly want to bring that back. You constantly have a problem to move on to something that is really a better suited situation or relationship for you, a better fit for you. But because you're selfish, the ego comes into the picture and says, that was my choice. And because it was my choice, regardless that it's torn apart, regardless that it doesn't work anymore, it's not functional anymore, but it's mine because it's me. And if you let go that me, the ego, then you'll say, well, it was a mistake. Maybe at the time it wasn't, but it is now. We all grow, our consciousness grow and change, and we dynamically moving forward. Now it's time for me to let go and face the fact, go on for bigger and better things. Perhaps something to think about and will help you to forgo the past. Past doesn't exist, and you need to be in the now, in the present moment, and create better situation for you with better selections. I'll talk to you soon.